Okay, everybody. Let's see. I think we are going live. Oh, maybe you can't hear me. Did I unmute? I think I'm good. I guess if you're on, let me know if you can hear me and if you're seeing my smiling face instead of my desktop. Because I don't hear the video, I can see that you're seeing me, but I don't hear anything, which is okay. I don't want all that reverb going on anyway, but for now, I don't have anybody on. So if you get on, say hello, let us know where you watch it from. If you're in comment, share, spread some love. Oh, Christine and Sharon. Hey, can you guys hear me okay? I saw something that said I was still muted, but I don't see that I am, but it says that I was. So I'll just keep an eye on the comments over there. So happy Wednesday, everybody. I keep telling you that I think winter's still coming, but I'm not so sure it's gonna like come back like I thought it was gonna, because one big snowstorm in the winter is not that much. But I'll take it. I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I got some errands to do, and so it's supposed to be even nicer tomorrow. Today was okay, but even nicer tomorrow. So that is just awesome. It gives you a whole new lease on life, a whole new pep in your step kind of thing when it's nice outside and the sun's shining, and it just feels good. We had the door open today, and I was laying on the floor with the cat, and the sun was coming in the front door, and it just felt good. So yeah. Anyway, I am here tonight with a new stamp set from the online exclusives, Latte Love. I am going to show you a fun fold card that I haven't done in a while. Some of you that we used to do Paper Pumpkin have done this card before. But just reminder that celebration is winding down. We've got like 8 days left. It goes to the 29th. So we got like 8 days left. And I believe all the freebies are still available. So if there's anything that you want, $50 will get it for you, or $100 if you want a $100 one, or if you need like the dies and the stamps, $150 will get you one. And sign up if you're interested in earning yourself discount on your purchases. Give me a shout. We'll get you signed up, and you'll be on your way to at least a 20% discount on all of your supplies that you order from wherever you order them from now. Totally worth it. Totally an awesome gig. I'm almost 20 years of doing that now. So yay. It becomes very addicting. So let's get going. I don't think that this card's going to take me a really long time. Let's see what, but I want to go slow so that I make sure I don't really screw it up, and you guys have a chance to oh, is Dawn on? Oh, yay, Janice is on too. Hey Janice, hey Dawn. Hope you're doing well today, Dawn. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna turn the camera down, get this party started, and I don't have anything else for you guys. It's just been kind of a, I guess, celebration, just been the only thing on Stampin' Up's docket, and here we are. Let's find out. Hold on, got to unpin me over here. Spotlight, my desktop. All right. My voice is blanking out. Oh, good to see. We'll take it easy, Dawn. Don't overdo it or anything. Just rest up. I had a little bit of issues earlier today with my internet, so if I'm coming through, like you get the little spinny thing. If it's not your internet, it could be mine broadcasting slow. But I guess if anybody else is having issues, let me know. I can try and start over, but I'm going to keep on going. So like I said, I'm going to use the Latte Love stamp. This is in the online exclusives that we can, customers can order on March 5th. Or if you join Stampin' Up, you can add any of these items into your starter kit right now. And then you get that free glass mat. Or if you don't care about this glass mat, then you can add $30 more in products to your order, your kit. And that's one of the fun things. I'm digressing here, but that's one of the fun things with the Stampin' Up kit is it's not a basics. Here's what you need to get started. Here's some scissors and some glue and a couple ink pads, yada, yada. You pick what you want in it. So I just think that that's awesome. But these dies, this is a stamp set, and then you get the these dies in the bundle, and it's, again, so much is not in the stamp set that the die set cuts out. So there's like a actual carafe style coffee pot. There's the French press style coffee pot. I think that that's what that is. This cup cuts out, this cup cuts out, and just a bajillion and one pieces. Oh, this must be the lid to this pot. Some coffee beans, some, I haven't even cut them all out. I don't even know what these little things are. If they're pieces and parts to the coffee pot, and then some little baby coffee cups, a spoon. So a lot of stuff that you can use in other spots as well as, oh, so it must, these little beans must be here. This bean is here. So like the spoon, you know, you can come up with a bunch of other little things that you can do with the spoon. Oh, these must be the liquid for the little cups. Maybe this is another bean. You get 3 beans for the price of 1, and then a bean cluster. So that is the die set. And then these fun little, let's see them, fun little gems. Let me pull it down a little bit. I might have it too close. They're kind of petal pinkish and creamish, and then they've got some like swirlies on them that kind of mimic with the coffee. And then I'll show you real quick the paper. Here's these coffee cups, and I think that these cut out with that die. And then that's the back side of it. It's just coffee splotches. And then here's a bean page, and then on the back of the beans is a nice plaid. This is what I'm using tonight. So this is like the foam, the decoration that you'll see in foam for lattes or cappuccinos. And then this is the other side. We got a pretty Lost Lagoon stripe with some more splatters on the other side. There's another bunch of coffee cups. I don't know if this is, I've never seen a little squatty cup like that. Those could be espresso cups, I guess. Or just a fancy coffee cup. And then on the other side is little baby coffee cups with spoons and beans. And I think that's it, because I pulled out the, oh no, here's this wild swirly deep dark coffee. That's dark roast for sure. Swirled with some notes. So that's the paper and goodies that come in that week. Or I guess maybe we call it not even really a bundle, because you get, there's paper and stuff. I don't think there was a ribbon. If there was a ribbon, I see a roll over on the table. It could be that goes with it. Ooh. All right, because I don't know my product list very well, this ribbon, this polka dot kind of burlappy ribbon might be part of this, what's it say? Just natural jute polka dot trim. So I think because I ordered the suite, I think that this must be part of it. And I just left it over on the table because I don't know, I wasn't thinking of using it. So that is also part of the suite. So here's the card we're going to make. And it's called a slide lock card. But I'm going to make it a gift card holder. So we're going to say, this one's on me. And then on the inside, like an invitation to get together. Hello there, let's catch up. So let's get started on our fun card we're going to make. All right, I'm going to set that over here, out of the way a little bit. So you're going to need your trimmer. The base is 10.5. I'm going to move this card completely out of the way so I got my whole board here. We got 10.5 by 5.5 for this card. We're going to score at 4.25 and then back up just a smidge, even just like, you probably can't see it, but just until you start to see the line show up for 4.25. We're not looking to go down to like 4 7/8 or anything like that. We just want it just a smidge below the 4.25 lines, or 4 3/8, sorry. So just a smidge below, not even any actual measurement, a made up measurement. Then we want to score at 8.5. And then I'm going to fold this arm in to get it out of the way. All right. Now, we got two ways to look at this piece here. Get my pencil. Let me show you the card. So here's what it looks like, right? We're going to cut off this piece over here. And it's going to fold over like this. So depending how your brain wants to look at it, we need to make, well, this one's not going to matter because this piece is 2 inches wide. But on this one, we need to make a mark at 1 inch. And we're going to cut from 1 inch to the corner. So on this one, you know, like I said, however your brain works, if you want to cut down from the 1 inch to this corner, or if you want to work, if you work better or your trimmer works better by making your 1 inch mark here and cutting this way. No matter how you do it, you want the the angle to go from the top and then the bottom outside is where your point is. So I'm going to put my paper like at 1 inch and just make a mark with my pencil. And like I say, this one doesn't really matter so much. It's not till you get to anything with a pattern that you need to make sure that you're in the right spot. So we're going to cut this off. And then now also try and start your blade in a little bit so that you don't catch on the corner and then kind of like crumple it up. Okay, so there's our first score. Let me get our first cut. I had scoring on my mind. So we scored at that little smidge below 4.25 so that this edge is inside of the other score line. So that when you go to fold this over, the edge is not going to come into play. The edge is if this hit this wouldn't close and then it would be too tight and it would curl and buckle and do all kinds of stuff on you. So here's how we've started building our base, right? So now I'm going to set that aside. Well, I guess I can assemble part of it to get it. So I've got, here's our front. So I've got a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece of petal pink. And then I use that swirly pinkish designer paper. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those together. And we'll get them on. Glue these on. I think, if I remember correctly, you guys, we did this fold on the paper pumpkin kit that had lanterns and bugs and maybe a camper. It was really firefly-ish. That was the one that we used it on. So now we're going to work this side. And I've got a petal pink that is 5 1/4 long. And then this one, because this was 2 inches wide, I've gone down to 1 3/4. So we made that mark at 1. So this one we want to do at 3/4. All right. And so this one being, it's pink, plain, it's not going to really matter with my whole explanation of which way to cut, but I'm going to go with the 3/4 on the right side of the ruler. And I'm going to make a little mark. I'm going to pull that down and I'm going to turn the corner into the channel. So make sure my dot's in the channel, my corner's in the channel. Bring my cutter up a smidge so that I don't get caught in the crumpling. If the blade gets caught here, it'll just push it and drag it and crumple it all up. So I guess while I'm here, I'll do the next layer, which should be 1 and this is 1 and it looks like I made it. No, I made this one 1 1/2. Sorry. So I got 1 1/2 and we want to cut on the 1/2 inch mark. And so I'm going to turn it this way because this doesn't have as much, there's a big gap right there of nothing with design on it. So I'm going to put it in here so that I make sure that I get a little bit more of the design right from right here. So I'm going to put a mark at 1/2 inch, pull it down. And now this one matters. So if I were to cut it, like mark my 1/2 inch here, then cut, we would have the angle going to fit this side of the paper. We want it to fit this side. So to make it fit, we'd have had to flip it over, which in this case, it would be all right. It would match the front, but we want it to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go with my mark in the channel, and then I'm going to pull the point over to the channel. So let's see, I got my mark in there. Got my point in there. I'm going to cut it. And then now we can glue these pieces together. Hey, Holly. we can glue these pieces together. So there we go. And then now I'm going to glue that onto the front here. Told you guys a couple of weeks ago I needed to change the blade in this trimmer, and I thought I did, but I'm sure leaving some, making some good fray marks. Okay, so now might have needed to push that over a little bit, but all right. So now we have our card base ready to go. And now we need some punches. So some of you may have this punch here, the classic label punch. I don't want to get, or you may have, I think what it was a whale tail, one of the big black ones. It's that old, but the ends are rounded versus these that are pointed. That one would work also, or any other punch you have that's going to give you a line like this. You're just going to stick it in your card and let the card come all the way to the bottom. And then you want to leave, half inch or so on this side from here to here, like around a half of an inch. I'm trying to think, because one card that I did, I went, this one. I went over too far. I went too close to the edge, I think. So when I punched, I had trouble aligning my circle mechanism, but I'll show you that. So I'm going to just put it in here and punch. It's a lot to punch through. It does take a little bit of a grip. Then close this top over the other bottom fold and use your pencil and just draw a mark on this flap so that you can see this card should go all the way in again. Why it's not, what did I do? That should have went all the way in. Hold on, let's see, did I move it? No. It should. Well, who knows what I did? That's just weird. It should go all the way in again and line up. You should be able to put that mark all the way to the edge of paper. Maybe I'm tipping it when I'm putting it in here, but you want to put the edge in and cut that little piece out. So use that. Let's see if we're going to line up. Not so much. I don't know why that doesn't seem right, but I'm going to just cut that off because it should have worked. But you know, doesn't always cooperate. Makes no sense why it didn't. Unless I folded it crooked. All right, so I just went in because we need this to flow. So I'm just gonna straighten that up. All right. I'm sure when you do yours, it's gonna fold over and line up properly. All right. So there we got it. Now we need to take a large punch. I got a 2.5 inch circle punch. Oh, geez, Louise, I just knocked my paper under my mats. Okay. So just cut out a 2.5 inch circle. Then take that, and I'm doing this different than I originally have been doing it because I think it's going to work better. So put your circle all the way over to almost to the score line. Then that way you're ensuring yourself that it's not going to hit, and you'll have plenty of space. It's not going to go over there and you'll still be able to close the card. So then you need to get some of our larger dimensionals and then just put a couple of them in that channel. And because I do have that extra layer underneath and not just the designer series paper, I'm going to put another one on top of that one just to give it some extra height so that I know that I got room for it to slide around. All right, now I think I'm going to also make another 2.5-inch circle for the top. You don't have to make one that big for the top, but in order to fit my cup on there, I wanted to make sure that it went, I had enough space. The other one that I was using was too small. So let's see, I'm going to shut this down. We want to make sure that our top circle is going to be out of the way. And so that's why I said, if you move it all the way to the edge, you can now work with your top circle to know that when you close that, it's going to be out of the way. Otherwise, if you have to put it over here, it's going to hold it shut and it's not going to open for the person. So now you've got this on the back that covers the hole up. And then you got that on the front. So there's our card, basically. So I'm going to throw things all over myself. Who knows what I knocked on the floor this time? Oh, scissors. I better get those. I might need those. All right. Now I'm going to take a piece of basic white. And I'm not using any of the cool dyes in the suite, but I am going to use the cup with the handle on it. And this does cut out, but we don't need it to cut out. I'm going to lay that down and pick that back up. We don't need it to cut out because we're going to just punch it. So I've got stuff all getting in my way. I've got Lost Lagoon. And see, doesn't really matter, I guess, where stamp it. So I've got the cup down. Then I'm going to take my pecan pie. Oh, Reed's on. Hey, girlfriend. All right, now we got pecan pie. And I stamped my sample. Here's my sample. I stamped off, and then I filled in with my marker around. But I think I'm gonna do this one and just stamp it full strength and see what we get. So I'm gonna turn my handle off to the side a little bit. I want the little latte stuff to be. And even though I think that that might be a little bit dark, at least when I fill in the space around it, it will be hopefully a little bit closer to the same color. So now I have my Stampin' Write marker, and I'm just going to kind of darken these little spots where it shows like it would be darker. And I'm gonna stop there. And then I took my light Lost Lagoon blend and I use the other end because that's not very dark, I don't think. No, this end, I used the other end just so you know. This is way darker than what my first one, but that's all right. It might not show the contrast between the stamped lines as well. I didn't see, oh, Debbie Green's on. For you guys, I think it's okay that I share. Kathy is a grandma today. Kathy McNeil, who's normally on here with us. Her daughter-in-law had their baby today. 7 pounds, 2 ounces, I think he was. Didn't tell us how long he was, but sent a picture. What a cutie. And so I think she was in labor for 28 hours. So they were all pretty exhausted. She was going home to work and get a nap in because they had only slept like an hour and a half in the last 28 hours. So she's probably not going to jump on here with us. But yay for Kathy being a grandma. First time. Maybe the only one too, she said. All right. And so now, like I said, I filled that in with the marker just to, oh, and see, look, I lost all my lines with that. That wrong side of the, I don't want to say the wrong side, the side that I chose to use. Was too dark and took away all my lines. So let's see if I can, if I got a steady enough hand to fill in the cup where they were supposed to be. I don't think I do. It looks like it's pretty shaky. Could be all that iced tea and can of Mountain Dew I had a little bit ago. But don't tell my mom because she tells me I shouldn't drink pop. And I try not to, but sometimes it just sounds really good. Nice cold. Diet Mountain Dew has just got such a nice citrusy flavor to it. I like Fresca too. All right, so there we go. I filled it back in a little bit. Pretty sketchy. Should not claim that professional work. So now I've got a 2.5 inch punch. Oh wait, that's the one that we already used. I got a 2.25 inch punch. And I'm gonna punch that cup out. And I want to put the cup close up like to the edge because I'm going to stamp below it. I think that looks good. All right. So then we're just going to take the words, this one's on me with Lost Lagoon. Oh, she's having baby snuggles, you think? I don't know how quick they send people home from the hospital these days with after babies, but she's gonna be getting all the snuggles she can. I don't even know if Lindsay stays overnight. Gosh sakes, they get you out of there so fast. But the kids live close by, so I'm sure she'll be heading down to their house a couple times a day. I mean, they live that close, like let's so we'll put that right in the middle. Open that back up. Yes, she has. Reed Blanchett. Yes, she has. For the inside now, I've got a Lost Lagoon piece. I'm shaking it up from the pink on the inside, and we're going with Lost Lagoon. I'm going to put the Lost Lagoon on the inside. I think I'm running out of glue. My little nozzle is down inside there. Or maybe I was just doing it. Who knows what I was doing, but it dries up on me so fast if I don't. And I'm gonna squeeze it. I'll probably blow it out. I did that once, you guys, with some of those like pearlescent drop things, those enamel dots that come in the squeezy bottle, kind of like stickles. My nozzle had plugged up. It was a Christmas card I was making. I think I put the Christmas card out here online, and I was squeezing so hard that I blew the tip right out of it, and what a mess. What a mess. So now I've got 5 by 3 3/4 white, and I'm gonna just stick it up in there, and I'm gonna line up the paper to the edge, and we'll go over here to this side and do it again. Cut the edges, hole in the middle. And this is a pretty rough way to make a gift card holder, but you know what, it works. So you want to put some glue around the outside, but not down in this area, because that's where your gift card can stick down in there. Oh, I should have stamped first. Do as I say, not as I do. Put your greeting on first in case you gotta flip it over. So then we put on the hello there. Let's catch up. Stamp. Put that on in the pecan pie. That up there. And you know what? I believe we're all set. We are done, except for you want to put your scissor or something under and just kind of like pick that up a little bit. It's gotta kind of stretch out a little bit. Then put a pretend gift card in there for now, till it stretches out. But there we go, guys, our slide lock card. And I got that one. I got the gems that I was going to put on this one. Just to see what they look like. Oh, looks like we got 3 colors. I thought there was only 2. There's always another one hiding under that flap that you don't think about. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of these on. Some putty come out. Put one of each color and see if they show up good. Yeah. And there we go. All right. So again, slide it over enough so that it covers up your hole. And you know, it might take somebody a minute to realize they gotta slide that over to open it, but there you go. A slide lock card with the Latte Love stamp set coming to online exclusive store near you March 5th. Alrighty. You guys have a great night, and I will be back again on what's tomorrow? Thursday. I'll be back again sometime tomorrow, show you something else that I've come up with. And until then, have a great evening. That's it. Over and out. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.